Hey, young guys. Well, I have basically finished rebuilding this. I've got a few things to go. Obviously, I still to put the tail shaft housing on. I was meant to have the bush. The other day, I took this into my brother and got him to make up something to push a new bush in with. I thought I'd ordered one, but when I got to the part shop, because I ordered it, when I was driving around in a truck, I rang them up because I drive around the paddocks all day spreading ferrets. So when I'm driving around in the paddock, I can use my telephone without the cops bugging me because they can't see me. But I thought I'd order the bush for the end of this for where your tail shaft, where your drive shaft goes in. But when I went to pick it up, gosh, I don't know what the person was that was thinking on the end of the telephone, but what they had ended up ordering me was the spigot bush and the end of the God, I talk about in the in the end of the crankshaft where your flywheel goes on for a manual gearbox for a 6 cylinder that would normally go on this bloody thing. I'd explained to them that I had a V8 in it and I had a different trans because these never come out. Well, they did come out with a V8 and a trans, but they only come out with the 273 and the 904. They never come out with a 360 and a 727. So I said I was got a load of model motor and trans in it. It's been modified, and so I'm looking for the tail housing bush where the drive shaft goes in for a 727 trans. And the guy goes, yep, no worries. Yeah, we can get one of those. $12.50. I was like, hey, sweet, get me one. And I went in there today to get that, and completely the wrong thing. He must have been on drugs, I think. But anyway, but basically, it's everything I've all but finished. I got a couple of gaskets here, and obviously the seal for the back, and there's a few spare rings and seals and stuff, which are obviously for. There must be a few variations. I think this kit, there must be some variations between years. So there's some extra little bits and pieces that I didn't need. And I'll show you what I've sort of basically replaced. Show you some of the things I did replace. This is the spare front band lever, which controls your front band. This is a where are we? Get it to focus. Sorry, the lights. It's a wee bit later at night here now, and this is a 2.9 anyway. Band lever in the front. This is the stock one. I've only got one step up from that. I was hoping to get the next step up again, but the guy didn't have a good second-hand one, and I didn't want to buy a new one because it was 2 or 3 steps up. So I'm still running a reasonably, when I say reasonably stock motor, like I've said before, it's basically stock bottom end, ported heads and a cam. So it's not super high end, but it's going to be a real good cruiser. And this is the band strap, which goes in here, goes in there, and now that works that works off your servo, and that goes down into your band, and that helps it clamp. Apparently, these got a tendency of being a little bit flexible, so they don't lock on so good. And what I've done here, I've actually just only just set this on here to stop the shit from getting in here, because I've still I have had my valve body apart and just gave it a general clean quite a while ago, and I've still got to go back through that because I'm looking into some modifications just to sharpen things up a little bit, just see if there's anything I can do without buying a shift kit. I have seen a few bits and pieces sort of done to them, but I'm still doing some more investigation because I don't want to tear into things and then go to drive it and that just don't work. That would really annoy me. So I'd rather find out a few things and and do it once, and hopefully, hopefully I only have to do it once. So I'll just take these couple of screws out and I'll show you. Just in here, like there's not a lot to see, but give you an idea. So it's all back together. So that's that lever I was talking about, and that's the replacement band strut. Like that's quite a lot. Oh, where are we? It's quite a lot thicker. Like it's at least double the thickness. So yeah, like it's not going to flex so much when it puts the paint on here. This is still stock. Like there's basically no real improvement you can do to this. And this is your what do you call it? Your accumulator valve. You just basically they just take the spring out of them. Was just a good cheap upgrade. Basically just take the spring out so the valve can move real fast. So like it's either on or off. So that's basically all I've done there. So it's new clutches, new bands. That's pretty much it, and just seals and all the oil rings and stuff like that. So that's basically that. Yeah, it's pretty much all say that I've done there. So basically it's back together. So you just need that bush and finish with the valve body once I get a little bit more info. Haven't really done anything else to the car yet. So I've been reasonably busy with work. So yeah, I was mainly sort of waiting on those bits so I could finish this off today, but I haven't done really anything. I went down to get it, and yeah, it was the wrong thing. So, but apart from that, what else? Oh, that's the original rear clutches out of these. These probably, I could have used those again. They weren't bad, Nick. But I'll keep them. Maybe at some other point, if I ever come across another trans and it, like for a spare or something like that, and it's, I could possibly use those, or even just use the steels. If I ever did another rebuild at some stage, I might get away with use, because those steels are the same as the front clutch. It's just the frictions that are slightly different between the front and the back. So I could use the steels again, because I put all new steels and frictions and the friction clutch plates in both sets. But I'll keep those, they're spares for maybe later on down the track. And these are my two old bands. So apparently you can get them all redone. So like that may be something else. I've got a spare set of bands I can get redone at some stage, or I'm also looking into maybe rebuilding a few transes for some people. Like I've ever said on the one of my local sort of forums through Facebook, some of the guys that are in the local sort of area, like here in the bottom half of New Zealand. Actually, I think there's even one that's sort of goes right through New Zealand, and I said I've rebuilt a trans. It hasn't cost me a lot, so I'm hoping to rebuild maybe a few for some people, make some extra cash, because like this basically cost me sort of $500. Bought a couple of tools just to help me do it. But that's basically $2,000 rebuild, and like I can understand where the money goes, but it's $500 worth of parts and $1,500 worth of labour, so it's it's pretty horrendous. There's a fair bit of time in it. There's probably a good 3.5, 4 hours of like just really full on cleaning. Just making sure everything's like super clean, got rid of all every little bit of junk and grime, and getting on all the corners and all the bits and pieces, just make sure there's nothing left in there. So, there is quite a lot of time in it, but, if I can do them at home, and charge $25 an hour instead of, I don't know whether they're charging, but $100 an hour or something stupid, like, sorry, I got a bit of cold too. So, if I can rebuild a couple of transes for some people, like, end of the day, like, you know, there's no reason why I couldn't actually build a full-on race trans, because it's basically, it's just, you're just buying stronger parts, you know, better clutches, you know, upgraded servos. Like, it all just goes back in exactly the same way. You know, it's just all upgraded stuff. So yeah, you know, I could build a, you know, 600 horsepower plus transmission with no worries. You know, it's probably still, you know, to get really good stuff. You know, you're probably looking, you know, oh, I did price up roughly the other day for a guy that's sort of semi-interested, but he's coming back to New Zealand. And I think it was about $1,500 for like a full-on, you know, like 600 plus horsepower, you know, trans to go behind a stroke a small block, you know, that's got quite a bit of grunt. So, you know, and it's all, at the end of the day, it's just all bolt-on bits, you know. It was a valve body modifications, you know, get a valve body shift kit and all that sort of stuff. So there's no reason why I can't do it, you know. And if I can build them a transfer, you know, probably a couple grand. Whereas if he'd done that at the shop, you know, it's probably $3.5 worth of trans. So, you know, I've saved him $1,000 or more, you know. And he's probably going to be as happy as Larry because he's got his trans cheap, and I've got some extra cash in my pocket to keep working on this too. That's my plan anyway. Alrighty guys, I'll leave you to it, and I'll throw the pan back on this. And I was hoping to show you a bit more too, like when I was rebuilding, but I just had too many interruptions and bits and pieces. I did try to make a couple of videos, but just, yeah, nothing sort of fell into place. Kept getting interrupted with bits and pieces, and all good. Rightio, I'll throw this up on YouTube, and we'll do some more. Cheers.